So the neighbor kids are out of school, and their favorite thing to do is tease the dog. So I'm going to be muted for most of this. Because bless his heart, he's very protective. Well, since we're already here, we might as well try this library again. Because I had so much time to get out, I just couldn't figure out how to turn around the first time. So let's try this again. We'll see if we can. Okay, we can get out. So we can do that. When you hear him. Oh. Okay, we made it.
Darn you, crazy old man. I know you hid that thing around here somewhere.
That was close.
The least you could have done was left me a hint.
There's a hole in the wall over there. Someone was looking for something.
I don't have time to clean this up.
Okay, let's try this again. What's over here? Is there anything in these books we can have? We can't go that way, so we have to go downstairs. I'm very nervous about this. Hello? There we go. Sometimes the areas they put these pointers in kill me. The Diary of Hans Axel von Bersen. Hans Axel von Fersen was a Swedish-French soldier and diplomatic agent who became a close friend of Queen Marie Antoinette during the early 1780s and went to work for the counter-revolutionary movement after 1789. After Antoinette's execution in 1793, von Fersen wrote about her every year on the anniversary of her death until his own death in 1810. Many scholars have concluded that he must have been in love with her. His diary recounts his political movements during this time and provides us with valuable historical insight into the political climate in France at the end of the 18th century. The Diary of Hans Axel von Fersen. Thanks to the fine scholarship of Melissa St. John at the University of Michigan, this significant historical document has been uncovered and translated into English. June 3rd, 1791, the trouble in France continues to mount. The revolutionaries have forced the king and queen to return to the Tuileries in Paris. Obviously in France. Where they are living like virtual prisoners. I'm working with the counter-revolutionaries to help the royal couple escape to England. June 18th, 1791. Everything is arranged. False passports, a carriage, disguises. Just after midnight on Tuesday, the king and queen, dressed as servants, will slip out by the city by coach. I will be their driver. I've instructed Marie to bring her jewels with her. If they are stopped, she may be able to bargain with the revolutionaries her diamonds for her life. I can have no peace until I know that she is safe beyond the treachery of the revolution. June 27th, 1791. Alas, what a cursed night. I was not expecting that Commander Leboeuf, Marie's most outspoken enemy, would be present at the checkpoint in Vernis. Marie tried to negotiate, but that scoundrel took her jewels and threw her at the mercy of his revolutionary apes anyway. I was helpless to stop him. She and Louis were escorted back to Paris like common criminals. The situation is grim indeed. July 1st, 1791. I still cannot speak to the Queen as she is kept under full-time surveillance. I am waiting orders from Vienna as to what to do next, but I fear that it may be too late to save Marie and her husband. The thought of her suffering destroys me. Anything over here? What we got in here? Hello? An atlas of the United States. Madison was capital. Madison. Where's my pen? There it is. Entered Union 1948. Nickname Badger State. Motto forward! Exclamation point. State symbols. I'm looking at that global location because it doesn't make a lot of sense for it to be just one, because there's a whole lot of latitude and longitude that take up Wisconsin. So we're gonna go latitude 45, longitude 90. And then we're gonna read the rest of this just to try and put it in our memory. Flower, wood violet, tree, sugar maple, bird, robin, animal badger, wildlife animal, wild white-tailed deer, domestic animal, dairy cow, insect, honeybee, beverage, milk, song on Wisconsin, dance, polka, symbol of peace, mourning dove. Madison, okay. Because global location is killing me. Because Madison, the capital's down here. Why are we all the way up here for this location? Green Bay, Butter Ridge. Catch me in Butter Ridge. No, Butter Ridge is where we are. Is it not? We're at Butter Ridge, so we're north of this.
Sure is dusty.
I have a thought. We have a code, y'all. Okay, so it is 3 star 2 7, I believe. Yeah, that 2 looks just a smidge darker. So now we are free to library it up. Book. There we go. Purple Hearted Queen by Hotchkiss. Hotchkiss. That's our professor in room. Let me flip my notes. 214. Okay. Traditional history books have seldom mentioned it, but there's an ample evidence that Marie Antoinette's favorite color was purple. This is not an insignificant fact, as some might think, but one that may offer great insight into the character of a queen who, I believe, has been hastily and unfairly judged both in her lifetime and up to today. Purple is traditionally considered to be a color of majesty or royalty, but this does not mean that it is merely a color of wealth and power. On a deeper level, purple symbolizes loyalty, dignity, wisdom, and truth. I'm not gonna lie to you, this feels like a stretch. When Marie had her portrait painted by the master Marcel Bonnet, she chose to pose holding a purple rose instead of wearing the extravagant diamond tiara that King Louis XVI had given her. She knew that it would be insensitive to wear such a tiara at a time when the French masses were starving and angry. By choosing the rose, Marie acted with wisdom and loyalty to her people. As one of the last acts of her short life, Marie chose to wear purple slippers for her walk to the guillotine. Convicted for crimes for which she never confessed, crimes that were never proven, Marie accepted her death sentence with resignation. However, as she walked to meet her death in her favorite purple slippers, she expressed her unshakable dignity and the silent protest as the truth of her innocence. Are we rewriting history? We're in here to prove Marie Antoinette didn't do it. Hello? What are we doing here? No, it's just the ship in a bottle. Can I take it? Can I do anything to it? That must be a later thing. A sly rabbit will have 3 openings to its den. Someone in wine. Another book. True stories behind famous portraits. C.B. Brown. Marie Antoinette. Of the many great portraits painted by Marcel Bonnet during his career, none has fueled more controversy and gossip than this portrait of Marie Antoinette, which was completed only months before the Revolution broke out. It all began when King Louis XVI, Marie's husband, commissioned an opulent jeweled tiara for her birthday. Set in the tiara were a ruby, an emerald, a sapphire, and a 52-carat diamond. Are we looking for this tiara? Bigger than any diamond ever before worn by French royalty. Marie was horrified by the tiara's extravagance and refused to wear it. It is even rumored that she referred to it as my crown of ruination, though no one knew what she meant by this. When it came time to have her portrait painted by the master, Bonnet, Marie, why is there a comma there? Master Bonnet, you just call him, okay. Marie insisted on posing away from the palace of Versailles in the tower room of the Chateau Rochemont, where she often visited to escape the growing turmoil in Paris. Further, the queen refused to be painted wearing the tiara. King Louis was furious, but Marie would not judge. She chose to ornament herself with a purple rose instead, not just a flower, but a symbol of her willful defiance of her husband's wishes. When the portrait was finished, she gave it to the Rochemonts in appreciation of their loyal friendship. Shortly thereafter, the revolution erupted in full. When Marie Antoinette and her husband were arrested, the queen refused to reveal the whereabouts of the tiara. Even after her execution, neither the tiara, we're looking for that tiara, nor the magnificent jewels it contained were ever found. To this day, speculation and heated debate continues about what became of the crown of ruination. The painting is now in the hands of a private American collector. Yeah, we're looking for that tiara. There it is. There's that damn painting. Hey, girl. I wonder... I don't know that much about Marie Antoinette. I wonder if this painting is real. Or if they added the rose. Okay. I think we're done in here for now. So let's... crawl back. Okay. Here's the thing. We gotta figure out how to get into that elevator shaft to see what's on the other side of this elevator. But the elevator can't be here. We need it to be up, but also we need to still be able to get into this. We can't stop it midway. But if we do this enough, then we get it stuck. Let's go talk to some people. Because we do need to... We haven't confronted what's her face on her many identities. Oh, we're closed. If we go up to 1. No.
It's locked.
Oh, that's right. That's the... Nope.
Hi there, how's it
Hello, Miss
going?
So tell me more about the life of a photojournalist. It must be very glamorous at times.
Well, there's nothing glamorous about the pay, I can tell you that much.
Does your job take you to exotic, far-off places?
Well, there is a lot of travel. Too bad I'm so useless with foreign languages.
We're getting around. We're just gonna
There
see
was
if
a
we...
little mix-up with the lockers, and I accidentally opened yours.
Yeah, and?
Here's the thing, Nancy. We don't need to go through your stuff if it's in your locker because it was her locker. You could have just closed it. I'm worried we're about to blow another second chance. Fuck
It
it.
seems you have more than one identity, Lisa. I'm just wondering if you are who you say you are.
A savvy photojournalist always carries a couple of alternate identities, Nancy. When you're working under deadline, you don't always have time to play by the rules. I'm sure you know what I mean.
Did you know Professor Hotchkiss published a book on Marie Antoinette?
Yeah, I looked her up on the internet. The critics panned the book. Looks like other historians think she's a real quack.
I'll let you get back to your magazine.
Stay warm.
Okay, that was less confrontational than I was expecting.
Did you see I fixed your radiator?
Okay,
Oh.
see ya, Mr. Egan.
Bye, kiddo.
Thank you, sir. I was real sick of that sound. Let's go up here. We gotta talk to Dr. Hotchkiss. Professor Hotchkiss.
Is that you, Brandy? Oh, I'm glad you're here. At the moment, my theory is rising like a magnificent souffle. I need to collect a few more ingredients, if you will, but it's a delicate situation. If I leave my room even for a moment, I fear the souffle will come crashing down in a heap.
Okay.
What do you need me for, Professor?
What I need is some information about the castle. Hard numbers. I've come to the conclusion that you are an enterprising and faithful soul. Therefore, I have decided to entrust you with this important mission. Who knows? If you succeed, I might whisk you away from the hotel business to be my personal research assistant.
Well, Professor Hotchkiss, I'm not actually in the hotel business, but I'd love to help.
Marvelous! Here's what I need to know. Not counting the towers, how many windows are there on the face of the castle? I'll be very eager to hear what you come up with. But please, don't disturb me unless you have the answer.
The face of the castle. Okay. there were some brochures down here that will surely help us figure that out. Not counting. Oh, we've cut it off. It's cut off. Not counting the tower. One, two, three, four, five. But we don't know about the sides. Let's go check out that radiator. Oh, did you hear that? The blessed absence of bubbling. Hello, thank you. Okay, let's... There's gotta be something over here that we've missed. Oh. Give me a second, I need to be embarrassed. We didn't check our own luggage. Oh god, that's grainy. In 1920, Ezra Wickford, the inventor of chocolate milk, dreamed of building a castle like no other. The project took 7 years, 132 carpenters, and millions of dollars, but by the time it was done, Wickford Castle had become an architectural marvel. Then, in 1945, Wickford mysteriously locked himself away in the castle and allowed the place to fall into a state of decline. After Wickford's death, the castle was closed down for many years, its fate unknown, until it was finally inherited and reopened by his great-niece, Christy Lane, in 1990. Now it is one of the most popular vacation resorts in the Midwest. What to do while you're here. The castle is a maze of corridors, and some of them lead nowhere. No one knows why Ezra included these dead ends in his castle design, but everyone agrees he must have had quite an imagination. Learn the story of the 18th century French tower. During his travels in France, Wickford became so enchanted with the Chateau Roche, the one that she sat for the portrait in, that he bought the castle's grand tower and had it built. That is just a smudge. Something this castle in 1924. Few people have ever seen the inside of the tower because Mr. Wickford kept it sealed off. This tower is still closed, but in the coming months, Christy Lane plans to open it up to guests and offer guided tours. Miss Lane also plans to restore the vintage 1920s elevator to its original condition. Miss Lane is grateful to the Wisconsin Historical Foundation for their support on this project. Visit the library. Also while in France, Wickford acquired the Majestic Library and many of its contents from the estate of Jean Leboeuf. The room is filled with antique books, both French and English. It's worth a visit just to see Marcel Bonnier's famous portrait of Marie Antoinette, which was imported from the Chateau Rochemont. Oh, I could have just zoomed in instead of squinting. Outdoor attractions. We're located just at the foot of scenic Butter Ridge. In the winter months, guests enjoy skiing on some of the best groomed slopes in the Midwest. In the warmer months, guests love to hike to Butter Lovers Lake. The mountain fields are covered with the region's magnificent wildflowers. Look for lady slippers, skunk cabbage, black-eyed Susans, butterfly weed, devil's paintbrush, toad flax, and more. No matter how you spend your time in Wickford Castle, you're bound to have an adventure. I mean, we're definitely gonna have that. I mean, that didn't really help us at all. So it's not that bad that we missed it. We got everything from in here. Oh, we already have that. There's nothing under here. Okay. Let's go back. Let's see. Not including the tower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Six, 7. Ha 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 ha. Eight, 9. Ten, 11. So are there 2 more that way? Or is it 11? Or
Can
can
I
we
help
just
you?
ask this guy? No.
Okay. See ya, Mr. Egan.
Bye, kiddo.
Not including the tower. I just can't figure out if I'm supposed to extrapolate or not. On the face of the...
Yes. Did you find the information I asked you for?
Can you remind me of what I'm looking for again?
That's okay. There's something more pressing now anyway. How
thank
old
God.
was Marie Antoinette when she married King Louis? I'll be very eager to hear what you come up with. But please, don't disturb me unless you have the answer.
Aren't you the scholar here? How do you not know that? Hold on, where did we find that? We didn't even find that in the, we found that... here, didn't we? No, not you. As a young teen, okay, she was born 1755. Let's do some math. 1770 minus 1755. So she was 15. Depending on when her birthday was, she might have been 14. Because her birthday was pretty late in the year.
Yes. Did you find the information I asked you for?
Sure did.
Good, but I need you to write it down so I don't forget. Thank you. Let me do some calculations to see if this is correct.
Uh-oh.
Eureka!
Oh,
If
thank
there's
God.
one thing I like in a young person, it's ingenuity. Now, I've got work to do. Time to stir the cauldron and stoke the fire. But if you'd like to talk, I'll be holding office hours in the lobby between 3 and 6 a.m. Meet me then.
I'm gonna assume that's 3 a.m. And finally, we're gonna get her out of this damn room where we can't access her. Okay, it is 4 o'clock? 4:30, but I don't know if it's AM or PM. I guess it's... to check our clock. Because our pocket watch only does 12 hours. It doesn't tell us AM, PM. PM. It's a rush. I'm not a fan of the movement in this game. There she
Nancy,
is.
dear, welcome to the witching hour. Isn't it marvelous to be up and about when others are sound asleep? I find my brain waves are at their most powerful during this time.
Yes, I happen to do some of my best work in the middle of the night, too. So, tell me, Professor, what is this theory you're working on?
Well, you probably know by now that I'm a scholar of French history. My specialty is Marie Antoinette. Oh, poor Marie, the most misunderstood queen of the 18th century. Marie used to visit the very tower that now belongs to this castle. I'm convinced that this place holds evidence that will forever change the way the world views Marie. But the walls have ears, so I'd rather not say any more right now. Oh, if you're really interested, why don't you go up to my room and have a look around yourself? You've been such a great help to me, almost like an apprentice. Oh, I've always wanted an apprentice.
Wow, Professor, that's really generous of you. I'd love to learn more about your work, but are you sure you don't mind?
I insist. Your mind is like a ravenous monkey gobbling up every banana in its path. Oh, how can I stand in the way? Here's my extra pass key. I get back to work at 6 a.m. sharp, so just make sure you vacate the premises by 5:59. And put things back where you find them. It's all scientifically organized in there.
What did you mean when you said Marie Antoinette was misunderstood?
Everyone thought Marie did nothing but spend France's money on jewels and fancy soap for herself, while her people were starving. History books have upheld the myth that she was just a spoiled and heartless brat, but I don't believe it.
Why not?
I believe that she's been the victim of vicious rumors and lazy historians for too long, and that if the real story could be told, people would realize that Marie Antoinette was actually a good woman who wanted to help her people but didn't know how.
Do you know anything about a tiara that was given to Marie Antoinette?
The infamous tiara, of course! Oh, people thought Marie had this extravagant piece commissioned for herself, and they hated her for it. But really, it was her husband, King Louis XVI, who had it made for her birthday. Oh, she didn't want it, refused to wear it, and then A few months before the revolution broke out, the tiara disappeared.
Was it ever found?
It was never found. There were rumors that she had it destroyed, but no one has ever been able to prove this.
See you soon.
Right-o!
Sorry, I just read the first line. I had to laugh. Born November 2nd, a Scorpio like me. What a coincidence. No wonder she was so passionate. Austrian birth name Maria Antonia. Married off at 15 and she had to change her name too. She must have been frightened. Her favorite color was purple like me. I wonder if she adored chicken drumsticks. Despite the elaborate hairstyles that were the fashion of the day, Marie preferred to wear her hair loose, unpowdered, and natural. Note evidence that she was unpretentious. There's no concrete evidence that she was the one who coldly declared, "Let them eat cake," in response to the news that her people were starving. Marie was immature but not cruel. Okay.
Testing. Can anyone hear me? Hotch kiss to Earth. Come in, Earth. Oh, okay. I think we're rolling. Now, let's get a look at these hallways. So rich in detail. You'd never know this place was built in 1920. It's all so 18th C. Oh, and there's Marie. I feel so close to her, just being here. It's as if her spirit is in the air, sweet as the smell of fried chicken.
Hello? I am suspicious of that little hallway. Like, just because it's so empty and...
Something's missing here.
Oh, did the battery go out? I feel like I'm back at my job. If you didn't know, I work with cameras. Baroness Helga von Hanseldorf, Vienna, Austria. Dearest B, marvelous to receive news of your progress. I'm sure you're on to something important with the medallion and the stained glass window, but I think the significance of the medallion must go beyond the message you've seen. I've looked through my family letters, and it seems that when Marie Antoinette gave her niece Helga I, the great aunt, the medallion, she told Helga to keep it safe as it was part of a great truth that she hoped would someday help to heal the wounds of France. Helga urged her to explain this great truth, but this was all that Marie would divulge. The truth can seem hard and ugly at first, but eventually its hardness becomes a thing of eternal beauty. B, you must find out the meaning of this. Keep up the good work, old friend. I know you will succeed. Helga von Hanseldorf. What time is it? 4:30. So really the only thing we're getting out of this fucking room is... Sorry, didn't need to call it that. Is this camera. Okay, we'll have to wait until tomorrow to let that charge, I guess. In the meantime, medallion. Hmm.
It's locked.
What's happening in here?
It's stuck. The elevator's in the way.
The problem is, we can't get I'm afraid I'm about to jump something and then I'm not gonna have everything I need. 'Cause we can't. It is 5:15.
It's locked. It's locked. It's locked.
Turn them back on!
Hi, you've reached Ned at Omega Chi Epsilon. I'm not here to take your call right now, so please try again later. Thanks.
I wonder if the power's on.
I'm gonna take a BRB. I gotta get up and stretch and generally not sit in a chair forever. Okay, let's get back in it. I do feel like what else do we need to do? Let's go back to the library. Just because I feel like we haven't done enough for us to be...
Hi there, how's it going?
I'll let you get back to your magazine.
Keep me posted.
know who we haven't talked to in a while. Before we go to the library. Because I'm trying to do better about actually talking to the characters.
Ah, Nancy, ¿cómo se va?
I'll talk to you later.
A bientôt.
Okay, so we don't have anything to say to him.
It's locked.
We gotta figure out how to get this elevator out of the way. Yep. 1929, 4 passengers, 640 pounds. Is there something back there? Okay, so it's 7-2, not 2-7. We did have them backwards. Ooh, that was close. We cut that close, I know. We still haven't figured this out. We still haven't sent this fucking letter. I figured it out. The elevator is on the first floor, yes? We just left it on the... Yeah, we did. Oh,
It's locked.
shit.
Can I help you?
Okay. See ya, Mr. Egan.
Alrighty then. Can I help you?
Dang it.
Okay. See ya, Mr. Egan.
Goodbye.
I don't think we're gonna be able to send this letter.
Can I help you?
Okay. See ya, Mr. Egan.
Goodbye.
Oops. Okay.
It's locked.
I'm gonna mute for this.
It's locked.
What did I tell y'all? This is the doorway. I knew that was a door. Okay. So now we know how to get that way.
Hi there, how's it going?
I'll let you get back to your magazine.
Stay warm.
Can I help you?
Okay. See ya, Mr. Egan.
Bye, kiddo.
It's locked.
Hi, you've reached Ned at Omega Chi Epsilon. I'm not here to take your call right now, so please try again later. Thanks.
Hello?
George, it's Nancy.
Great timing, Nancy. Bess and I were just saying how we wish we were out on the ski slopes with you. Hang on, I'll get her to pick up the other phone. Hey, Bess, our favorite detective's on the phone.
Hey, Nancy. How's the vacation?
I guess I should have mailed that letter. Not only do I have a blizzard on my hands, but I may have stumbled onto another case, too. The castle library was vandalized, and one of the other guests says her room was robbed.
Boy, oh boy. Have you searched the library for clues yet?
Well, that's the thing. Dexter Egan, the caretaker, says it's locked up and off limits until the police can get here. But who knows when that'll be.
That's funny, Nancy. I didn't know the phrase off limits was even in your vocabulary.
Seriously, though, don't you think that your dad's friend, Christy Lane, would feel better knowing that you're on the case, at least until the police can take over?
She's right, Nancy. I mean, who knows what this Egan guy is all about anyway? Sounds like you're just gonna have to find an alternative entrance to that library.
Here I go again. Just hope I don't have to slide down the chimney.
And what about this robbery? Who got robbed?
I'm not sure. The guest's name is Professor Hotchkiss. I think she's a bit eccentric.
You mean weird?
Nutso?
A few sandwiches short of a picnic?
Okay, you guys. I just mean that I'm not sure how reliable her testimony will be.
Yeah, but she'll probably tell you something important, whether she means to or not.
I met my ski instructor, Jacques Brunet. He sure is French.
Ooh la la, those accents should be illegal.
I hate to break it to you, Bess, but he's engaged.
Now there's a real crime.
Right, Bess. Humanity is devastated.
I met this nice woman, Lisa Ostrom.
What's her deal?
She's a photojournalist doing a story on the castle. She sure got me curious about that tower.
Oh yeah? Does she know where the entrance is?
I don't think so.
Well, keep an eye on her, Nancy. Those photojournalists are born snoopers, you know.
George, are you suggesting that Nancy is a second-class snooper? You're going to give our friend a complex.
Oh, right. Like Nancy doesn't know she's the Prime Minister of snooping.
Ladies, I need inspiration. brain juice. A hint.
Sure, Nancy, but don't expect us to give you the answers on a silver platter.
We wouldn't want to spoil your fun.
Seeing as you're a senior detective and all.
Help. I'm a little stuck.
There's a world of discovery still to be made in the library, Nancy.
Well, a mini world, anyway.
Okay, you two. I'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Okay, so we do need to figure out the whole mini ship in a bottle thing. I don't have any things to do with it. Maybe this? Let's set our alarm. Go see that tape. Now that the battery is charged.
Oh, what's this? It appears to be some kind of peephole. But what, pray, does it peep upon? Shall I peep? La la, I do believe I'll peep. The beauty, the colors. So this is what Helga told me to look for. Where's my medallion? It fits! Note to self, high five Team Hotchkiss. And what's this? A message? Eureka! It says the diamond...
I think this battery is busted. If I was working with a battery that was that bad, I actually would simply give up filming. Is your medallion in here? Come on, baby. Give me that medallion. Where is it? Nothing back here. Okay. But there will be eventually, I assume? Since we can do that, we can't snoop through her luggage. Dang. Oh? La vérité est toujours l'idée de tout le monde. I don't speak French. What is banging? Hello. My concern is we've not found anything new to do to the ship in a bottle. Unless this little spike thing, unless they just like freaking break it.
It's locked.
There's our other entrance. It's entrance number 2. We don't know who's downstairs, digging or clanging or something away. We don't know what to do with the fish in a bottle. Not fish in a bottle, the ship in a bottle. We don't know who specifically it is. Although I suspect the ski instructor. I don't think it could be the professor because quite frankly, she's searching for it, but we know where she is pretty much all the time. Unless the keyboard sounds are recorded. But they're not happening at the same time as the clanging we're hearing. Could be either way. What else can we do? I guess we need to search the library again. It's probably our best bet. Because I don't know what else we can do in the middle of the night. We don't have anything to talk to any of the characters about. So... I have to slow down. I'm trying to punch it in too fast and then it doesn't register the 7. Okay. Let's see what we can do. I've already read that. I've read that. Oh! Hold on, where were our... We were looking at longitude 90? Okay. -15 10, -5. Okay, so that's interesting. They meant world as in the actual. Okay. Where have we seen? Hold on. Where have we seen that before? Where have we? Or am I thinking of another game? Hi, Raccoon Bite. Yeah, I'm thinking of something else, I guess. Let's ask her about her recording if we
my
can.
fellow night owl. Or perhaps I should say hoot hoot. Ooh. Did you find anything of interest in my room?
I did pop in there, though interesting doesn't begin to describe the place. Would you mind if I went back another time?
Of course not. Pop in all you like, just not when I'm working.
See you soon.
Goodbye.
It's locked.
I don't know what I just did. I was like, this is the thing I can't figure out. And then I clicked it and I was like, oh, there we go. Da, 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 da. We don't know what we did, but we heard it. Do we maybe need to go back? I thought we needed to go back to the thing, but I have a lighter now. Que estas?
It's so dark in here.
Oh? Mine now. Do I need to light that up to be able to see anything else that I'm doing? The castle's been empty for many years now. These hallways just echo in vain, and oh, how I miss you, my one-time son. My anger's dissolved into pain. I still don't know why you pilfered my wallet. The money could hardly have mattered. That $50 I'd have given you twice, but instead, my poor heart you shattered. If only I could have found you, we'd patch it all up. Talk through it as dad and son should. Perhaps you meant only to test my love. Perhaps you felt misunderstood. Interesting poem. I want you to know that your old man forgives you. Old bygones are bygone with me. So I've left you one keepsake to remember me by. You'll sure be delighted to see. Go out to the garden, my old thinking spot, my refuge in hours of dread. Your lucky charm is stashed where no stranger would look, in the back of my old troubled head. So this is goodbye, dear Dexter, farewell. You offered me much needed joy, and I'll never forget all the laughter brought me, my darling young rascally boy. Okay, so there's something in the back of his head. Anything else? Anything else? Anything else? So we gotta go out to the garden. Which I'm sure will be quite the experience because it's a snowstorm outside. We'll save. Because I don't know if we're gonna run into somebody down here in the middle of the night. Okay. Oh, they change combos. Luckily for me, I'm not bad at patterns.
Nancy, what are you doing here?
Don't you think I should be asking you that question?
I can explain, Nancy, but please, don't tell anyone that you found me here. If I get sent back to France, my fiancé will give up on me, and I will have let down my family again.
What's your fiancé expecting you to accomplish by breaking into the Queen's Tower?
I am doing this for my country and for my family's name. Isabelle has nothing to do with it, except that I feel I must succeed before I will feel worthy to marry her. The tower holds a valuable French historical document. If I can find it and return it to France, perhaps I can make up for my failure at the Olympics.
What makes you believe this French document still exists in a tower that was imported to Wisconsin 80-some years ago?
The tower first belonged to the Chateau Rochemont in France. when Ezra Wickford bought the tower, my great-grandfather was the master carpenter in charge of dismantling it and preparing it for shipment. One day, when he was working alone, he found a secret compartment in one of the walls.
A secret compartment?
Inside, he found an old journal with a royal crest on the cover and a medallion with a strange blue stone in it. But he heard other carpenters coming, so he hid the medallion in his pocket and sealed the journal back in the compartment. Before he could get back to study the journal and return the medallion, the tower was dismantled and shipped to America. He never learned who the journal belonged to or what it said.
What happened to the medallion?
I have the medallion now, and I'm hoping if I can get into the tower, I can find the journal too. You see, he thought if he told his story, Ezra Wickford might get angry, accuse him of interfering with the project, and try to ruin his name as a carpenter. So he kept quiet.
So, how do you know all of this?
I was his only great-grandson. On his deathbed, he gave me the medallion and told me the whole story. He begged me to come here to Wisconsin to find the journal and return it to France.
What did he think the journal contained that was so important?
The journal bore a royal seal. It must have belonged to Marie Antoinette, because she used to visit the tower during the Revolution. So perhaps it contains her confessions, or perhaps it contains proof of her innocence. Either way, the contents of that journal could change French history forever.
But how do you think the medallion fits in? What's its significance?
I have no idea. I believe whoever hid that journal must have left the medallion with it as a part of their message. But what? Nancy, do you think you could help me? Let me show you this medallion, and maybe you'll be able to tell me what it's for.
I might be willing to help you, but you have to tell Christy everything. I'm sure she'll understand, and then you won't have to sneak around in the middle of the night, haunting the castle with that screeching hacksaw.
Okay, Nancy, I see your point. I will explain everything to Christy Lane as soon as possible. Now, will you help me? I think this medallion will interest you, and maybe you'll have some idea what it's for. It's in my locker. Will you go get it while I take care of something? The combination is 2665. I'll meet you in the locker room in a minute.
Sus. I can't tell if that's sus or if it's just like loading screens. He can't exactly follow us.
Well, as long as you promise to tell Christy what's going on.
You're the best, Nancy.
That's what they tell me.
Okay. Okay. There's always 3 exits. I'm a little worried that he's already made it here because they made us take the circuitous route. Where were the staff lockers? There they were. Two, 6, 6, 5. Shaquez, darling, I am trying to be patient, but I cannot understand what is taking you so long. My mother and father are traditional people, and they think it is highly unusual that you would ask me to marry you without demonstrating your commitment to me in any symbolic way. You know I believe that our love makes us richer than kings and queens, but I cannot live on hot dogs and mac and cheese forever. You said you had a plan. You said it would only take a couple of weeks, but it has been 2 months. I can't wait forever. Please don't make me give up on you. I remain your petite choy, Isabel. So he is looking for money.
must have knocked me out.
Headache headquarters. Nancy here.
Nancy, it's Jacques. What happened? Are you okay?
I don't really know what happened. I opened your locker like you said, and then it was lights out Nancy.
But you do have my medallion, right?
It was the last thing I saw, but I sure don't have it now.
Oh la la, you can't be serious.
I'm sorry, Jacques. I know how important that medallion was to you.
This is too much. Oh la la, unbelievable.
We gotta finish snooping in his locker. I'm sure, Jacques. You don't know anything about us. Diamonds are clear, right? Not so. Actually, when viewed under special jeweler's light, you can see that diamonds come in every color of the rainbow. What's more, the color of the diamond is the second biggest factor in its price after carat weight. The clearer and more colorless the diamond is, the more it's worth. Most diamonds have at least a hint of yellow or brown body color. Others, called fancy diamonds, have blue, pink, purple, or red tint. If a diamond does not have enough color to be called fancy, then it is graded on a scale of colors ranging from D through Z. A D diamond is considered to be colorless. At the other end of the spectrum, anything more intense than Z is considered fancy. A fancy yellow diamond is more expensive than a light yellow diamond. So he's looking at diamonds. Jacques Brunet. U.S. Immigration and Naturalization Services. To whom it may concern, our records indicate that your visitor's visa will expire within 1 month. If you remain in the country after that time, you will be doing so in violation of the law. If your visitor's status is changed or you wish to dispute our records, please contact your local immigration authority immediately. So he's about to get kicked out of the country. With a fiance that he could just, whatever. Can we go outside? Is the question. We can. We gotta get to this. Okay, okie dokie.
It's freezing out here.
Okay, where's my instruction manual?
Gosh, I can hardly feel my toes.
Local buzz. Do you know what your neighbors are up to? Not many of us are old enough to remember young Dexter Egan, the adopted son of the old Daddy Choco Bucks Ezra Wickford. Most of us only came to know Dexter, the boy who was lucky enough to grow up Wickford's Castle as Vilas County's most famous juvenile delinquent. According to legend, it was Dexter's troublemaking that caused Wickford's disappearance from public life. Most of us has used his name as an example to our own children to frighten them into obedience. You don't want to turn out like Dexter Egan, do you? We would ask a counterfeiter, convicted felon, bad egg. Isn't it amazing that after 25 years in prison, Dexter Egan's release is coinciding with the grand reopening of Wickford Castle, now owned by the enterprising young Christy Lane? It's true, and rumor has it that Egan is determined to straighten out his life and make up for past mistakes. But how? Will he become Wisconsin's next chocolate milk tycoon? When asked about his plans to reinvent himself, the ever-charming Dexter said no comment. Does this spell trouble for Vilas County? Only time will tell. Ooh, I think we gotta get out of here. Okay, 3, 2, 4. Tape. We gotta get out of here before Nancy freezes to death or some shit. We're looking out the window.
Hi there, how's it going?
I'll let you get back to your magazine.
Later, Nancy.
Thanks for coming down. I've been wanting to talk to you. How's your head? Did you slip or what?
I'm feeling much better, thanks. But what was it you wanted to talk to me about?
It's just that when I found you out cold in the basement and hauled you back to your room, I noticed all this red dirt on your shoes. I'm just curious where it came from.
Mr. Egan, I confess, I found my way into the corridor that leads to the Queen's Tower. As you probably know, the dirt in that tunnel is very red. I hope you won't consider this trespassing.
Nope. If you must know, I'm impressed. Ezra Wickford set that secret door up so nobody would be able to find it. When I was a kid, I was obsessed with getting into that tower. Ezra told me that if I could get through the secret door, he'd take me up to see the Queen's Tower. Finally, I got into the tunnel, and when I came out with that red dirt all over me, he laughed. He was actually proud of me.
That's an amazing story, Mr. Egan. I'm glad you're not angry. I guess I'm just as curious as you once were.
I'd say you earned the right to check out the tower for yourself, but you gotta get through that gate, right? There's an old skeleton key in the maintenance shed. Now that the storm's passed, you can go out and get it. But be careful. It's still dead cold out there.
I don't want to press my luck with you, but I sure would like to see Ezra's private garden. Could you tell me how to find it?
It's nothing but wasteland out there. If you're bent on tromping around in the cold, go left when you get outside, away from the shed. Look for a wrought iron gate. You'll figure out the rest.
Did you know the original owner, Ezra Wickford, when he lived here?
You could say that.
What was he like?
They call it the past for a reason, okay? Because it's over.
So, do you know if Ezra Wickford had a place where he liked to go and think? Someplace he thought of as a refuge?
There was a private area of the garden. Yeah. The entrance was hidden, so no one could bother him there.
Were you allowed to go out there?
Once in a while he'd bring me out there and teach me about his favorite flowers, but that was like 100 years ago.
Do you think I could go check it out?
Forget about it. There's nothing out there but dead weeds and crumbling statues.
So, did you grow up around here?
You could say that.
You've been holding out on me, Mr. Egan. I read in an old issue of the Daily Telegraph that you grew up here, right in this castle.
All right. I did live here for a few years, once upon a time. I was an orphan until Ezra Wickford came along and adopted me. But I left the castle when I was 16, and I never saw him again. That's the story, all right?
But why did you leave?
Some things can't be explained, kid. It was a long time ago, and nothing can change it now.
Okay. See ya, Mr. Egan.
All righty then.
Hi there, how's it going?
I'll let you get back to your magazine.
Keep me posted.
We really haven't done anything with this photojournalist. I'm still suspicious of little Mr. French ski instructor because he knew we were going to be there. I don't want to go around the world to get back outside, so we're taking the elevator. Okay. We gotta find the skeleton key. Okay, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So we want this one on 2. We want this one on 3. 1, 2, 3. We want this one in the second position. No. 2, 3. I don't think there's instructions for this. Skeleton key. Okay, so he said once you get outside, go left. Let's warm up in here for a second, Nancy. And then we need to go. No trespassing. EW. I found the medallion. So at least I have one medallion. Wickford Garden, created in loving memory of Eleanor Wickford, 1873 through 1944. Alright, so I have a medallion, Professor has one, and then I'm pretty sure Louis has one still. I don't trust this man as far as I can tell. I never trust them. I never trust anyone in these games, unless I'm like 100% sure it couldn't have been them. Okay, so I have my own medallion. He had a red one, didn't he? And now we can go. We're gonna take this up to 1. Crawl into the library.
It's locked. It's locked.
Not anymore, it's not. Oh! What are these symbols? Okay. I have a target. A funny 4. Some kanji. Another target. And then Venus. I think something close to Venus. Okay, we got a couple of patterns we don't know the answer to. 1, 2, 3. We know, I think there are 3 medallions wandering about. That could just be. Don't know what this is for yet. There's gotta be something there, is the thing. Oh, you know what we can check out since we have a medallion that fits? That's that round on the 3rd floor.
Hey there, Nancy.
I'm trying to get into the tower, but I can't get across that big pit.
I can help you, but we shouldn't talk about it now. Not here. Call me later.
Okay.
Okay. See ya, Mr. Egan.
Alrighty then.
L'espoir à Célis Oe Sergeant Star. And then Strange E. La vérité est toujours le deal de tout le monde. I don't know shit about French, which is putting me at a slight disadvantage here. Because I don't know how to read when I'm... We're kind of up on 2.5 hours here, which I feel like makes up for our utter failure to play hardly anything yesterday. And personally, we need something to play Friday, so I think we may take a break here. We've made pretty good, decent progress. We got through. Let's see. We've discovered who most of the characters are. We haven't seen the photojournalist come back and do what she's gonna do yet. I'm sure it'll come up eventually. Because why did they put a whole character in here and we have not been able to talk to her since we discovered her little bag like 2 hours ago. Yeah. I like Egan. I hope he doesn't betray us. I'm actually going to be like really heartbroken if the groundskeeper betrays us. I think it's the French guy. I think the professor's a little too kooky to be behind anything, and I know that Jacques knew where we were going to be when we got knocked out, so he's also looking at diamonds and stuff, and he needs monetary whatever to show his love, especially after he failed the Olympics. So I think we're gonna say goodbye there, and we'll see you tomorrow. We'll save. All right, bye.